Now with the spacer on, we need to make sure it's sealed to the light, and so I've got some liquid rubber and I'll just apply it to all the corners where the spacer meets the body, and also the four corners of the spacer here, to make sure that it's actually light tight. And this is just the same black rubber I use for the bellows. So just apply some. Just a small bead. Over this we'll be painting the flat black kind of anti-reflection coating, so you won't really see this, but try to make it kind of neat, I guess. And just go all the way around. Here's the rangefinder cover. I've removed it, filled in the notch here where the original door latch kind of went, and filled it up with 2-part modelling epoxy. This is the lightweight version of the epoxy. It's just to keep weight down. I just stuffed it in there and filed it all flush. And you want to be careful when you're doing this, because this whole area here you want to keep clear, and this area obviously, because when you mount this on, the rangefinder base plate actually embeds into here, so if there's anything obstructing it in here, then it won't mount flush. Now before you do any painting or filling or anything, I recommend you remove the 4 windows. They just slide straight out. You just grab both sides and gently pull, they'll just slide straight off. They're supposed to be secured with some clear kind of glue or nail varnish or something, but usually by now, well on mine, it was loose and you can just snap it straight off anyway. It just breaks off easily. And so when you remove them, there's 4 of them. There's 3 plain ones and a ground glass type one. Just clean both sides with alcohol and tissue and you'll have 3 nice windows. You want to be careful with these because they've actually got sharp edges. They've not been ground down or anything like that, so be careful when you're handling them. The hole here is for the flash, obviously. I plan on actually using the original wink light converted to some LED light, so that's why I'm actually keeping this. But you can do whatever you want. There's people kind of embedding spirit levels in here. You can add a hot shoe here, a normal hot shoes for flashes, do all sorts of things, but I'm using the original wink light because I'm not really a big fan of on-camera flash as such. And if I need off-camera flash, then I could just connect straight to the PC port on the actual shutter. So this is my wink light, and once I've painted it and everything, then I'll just put the windows back, seal with nail varnish or something like that, and it will be ready to mount. So I've gotten to the stage where I need to do some leathering, re-leathering, and you'll notice that there's a lot of weird shapes you need to cut out for the body, and you need to recut your leather obviously. Now for a template you could use the original leather. If you've removed it nicely and without stretching it, without ripping it, then I suppose you could use that as your template. But the problem with using the original leather as a template is because it's not really that accurate to cut with. So I'm going to be making my own sort of template, and I'll show you how. As an example, I'll be showing you on the bottom area of this left side door, and it should be the same for any part of the body. But this is like a nice weird shape here, curve. It's not straight, so it's a good example to show you here, small one. So you want some masking tape, and you want a craft knife with a new blade. And what you want to do is you get a piece of masking tape which is big enough to cover, and you just basically stick it on lightly here, like so, and you want to make sure you press into all the creases with your nail. And with that done, you want to get your knife and you just score round, and you should get a nice clean kind of cut. So just go all the way round. I think that should be it. And then carefully peel off. And with any luck you'll have your template. And so you'll have a kind of leftover bit in here, so you peel that off, and there we go, you have a template. And you can stick this to your actual leather, and you can use that to cut down. It's good because you can actually stick it down, so it's actually nice and tight and flush, and then you just carefully cut round, and you'll have a hopefully perfect piece of leather to fit in here. Now I've stuck the kind of template I had earlier onto my piece of leather. This is just some thin piece of calf leather. It's about 0.7mm thick apparently. So anyway, I stuck it down and got a good sharp knife, and I'm just going to cut it out now. This edge is actually supposed to be straight, so I'll be getting a ruler for that, but the curves I'll do freehand. Just take it slow. You need a really good sharp knife for this, because you don't and that's one. Yeah, you need a good sharp knife because you don't really want to make multiple cuts unless you have a really good steady hand. So, well, actually I guess I'll do this freehand. And so here's our piece of leather, cut out template. So I'll remove the template, and we have a nice piece here. Now this will stick on like so, and you just wrap this round, but there you go. This is the finished back door. You can see I've stuck 2 pieces of leather on. Pretty simple. Wrapped round the back here. And this is the finished product. So I've just got to wrap the whole camera now, and that'll be the leathering done.